Picture this. Two cats are frozen in a hallway, staring each other down. Their tails are motionless, their ears are slightly rotated, and their gazes are locked. Is this the beginning of a beautiful, years-long bromance, or is it a scene from an old Western right before a high-noon duel? Anyone who has ever brought a second pet into their home knows exactly how nerve-wracking this moment can be. We often dream of that perfect, Instagrammable scene. Two fluffy clouds curled up together on the sofa, watching birds through the window and tenderly licking each other's ears. But reality often greets us with hissing, flying fur and the cold shoulder. In those moments, you can't help but wonder, are these proud loners even capable of deep feelings? Or is what we call love just a human projection? Today, we're going to step into the minds of our feline companions and find out how cat socialization actually works. Hello, fellow cat lovers. I'm so glad you've joined us today. On this channel, we strive to see the world through the eyes of those who walk on four paws and have the magical power to purr our stress away. The topic of feline friendship is one of the most complex yet vital subjects for any owner. After all, whether your cats understand each other directly affects their health, their stress levels, and, honestly, the entire vibe of your home. Cats are creatures of great emotional depth. They aren't dogs. They don't have a pre-installed pack program. But calling them incorrigible hermits would be a mistake too. Let's dive into the biology and psychology of it all to discover how the social world works inside your living room. To understand if your cat can be a friend, we first need to look at their genetic passport. All our domestic favorites descend from the Near Eastern wildcat, Felis libica. This was a hardy desert dweller who spent thousands of years learning to rely only on itself. In the wild, a meeting between two cats is almost always a conflict over scarce resources, food or territory. Instinct tells a cat. An outsider is a competitor. This is why when your cat freezes at the door hearing a neighbor's footsteps, that ancient hunter is waking up to guard its borders. To a cat's wild ancestor, the concept of friendship would seem very strange. At best, it's when another cat hunts far enough away that they don't touch your mouse. Keep this heritage in mind. If your pet meets a newcomer with hostility, they aren't being mean or rude. They are simply following a 10,000-year-old survival manual. But if cats are such die-hard loners, where do all those videos of them cuddling come from? This is where it gets interesting. It turns out that cats possess incredible behavioral flexibility. In environments where food is plentiful, like our homes or managed urban colonies, they've learned to rewrite their own rules. Scientists have observed that cats can form complex social groups. But unlike dogs, they don't have a rigid hierarchy with alpha leaders. A cat community is more like a members-only club, based on mutual respect for personal space and conflict avoidance. If you see street cats in a place like Istanbul, you'll notice they can sit near each other for hours, simply ignoring one another. This is their way of saying, I see you, you aren't an enemy, let's just coexist peacefully. It's like a modern co-working space. We sit at neighboring desks, minding our own business, and we're comfortable together even if we don't know each other's names. For many house cats, this polite neighborliness is already a huge step toward friendship. And yet, sometimes something deeper than mere tolerance sparks between them. In animal behavior science, there's a special term, allogrooming. This is when one cat begins to wash another. From a biological standpoint, this is the ultimate sign of trust. A cat is a very vigilant animal, and when she allows another to touch the back of her head or her neck, she is literally entrusting them with her safety. If your pets sleep with their bodies touching or gently nibble each other's fur, congratulations, a true social bond has been formed. In these moments, their cortisol, the stress hormone, drops to a minimum, and oxytocin, the love hormone, rises. However, cat friendship is an impulsive thing. You've probably seen a tender grooming session suddenly end in a quick nip and a scuffle. Don't panic. This isn't the end of the relationship. It's just a quirk of feline interaction. Sometimes they get so overstimulated that their hunting instinct takes over for a split second. So why do some cats become partners in crime, while others wage a cold war for years? A huge role is played by the first meeting factor and, of course, age. Friendship is easiest to form in kindergarten. Littermates or even two kittens growing up together perceive each other as an inherent part of the world. They don't have a period of dividing territory because the world has always been shared. With adult cats, everything is different. If a cat has lived for 5 to 7 years as the sole ruler of the apartment, they sincerely believe they are the center of the universe. The appearance of a second adult cat looks like an alien invasion. It's as if a stranger walked into your house, ate your yogurt without saying a word, and lay down on your favorite spot on the couch. You wouldn't love that neighbor at first sight either, right? This is why introducing adult animals can take weeks or even long months. Many owners wonder, is my cat lonely? We go to work and we feel like our pet is pining away. It's important here not to confuse human feelings with feline needs. Most domestic cats feel perfectly fine as solo residents, especially if they didn't have social experience as kittens. A cat can sleep up to 16 hours a day, and your absence is the perfect time for them to get some uninterrupted shut-eye. However, there are exceptions. If your cat is a young, hyperactive energy bunny who starts hunting your ankles or taking the apartment apart out of boredom, a companion might do them good. But be objective. A senior mellow cat won't find joy in a high-energy kitten. They will only find stress. A friend is for someone who is ready to play, not for someone who values peace above all else. If you do decide to get a second pet, remember, the first meeting isn't a romantic date, it's a high-level diplomatic negotiation. For a cat, the world is primarily a map of smells. The biggest mistake we make, often out of love, is bringing a newcomer home in a carrier and immediately releasing them to the host of the house. That is a guaranteed disaster. The right strategy is introduction through the door. In the beginning, everyone should have their own safe space. You can swap their bedding so they get used to each other's scent. It's like a blind date where instead of photos, you're exchanging pheromone profiles. Once a cat realizes that a stranger's scent doesn't threaten their bowl or litter box, their anxiety drops, and the eventual face-to-face meeting will be much calmer. During this bonding process, it's vital to learn how to read their silent language. Cats rarely scream for no reason. Their bodies speak much earlier than their voices. If you see your cat turn into a stone statue at the sight of the other, with pupils dilated and ears slightly pinned back, that's a warning sign. A stiff tail that twitches nervously at the tip is a signal of readiness to defend. In these moments, it's best to separate the animals before a fight breaks out. But if they can eat peacefully in the same room or play with the same feather wand, even at a distance, that's a victory. Remember, never try to break up a cat fight with your bare hands. In the heat of the moment, a cat won't distinguish your hand from the enemy. Use a loud clap or a pillow to distract them. Sometimes, despite all your efforts and expert advice, cats just never become best friends. They don't cuddle and they don't groom each other. Does this mean the experiment was a failure? Not at all. In the cat world, there is a concept called peaceful coexistence. If your cats simply ignore each other, divide the apartment into zones of influence, and don't have midnight battles, that is a great result. It's like having a roommate. You're polite, you say hello in the hallway, but you don't necessarily hang out. To maintain this neutrality, ensure resource abundance. Each cat should have its own litter box, ideally 3 for 2 cats, their own bowls in different corners, and very importantly, vertical space, shelves or cat trees. Cats feel safest when they can look at the world from above. When there's nothing to fight over, they have no reason for conflict. So, can cats truly be friends? Yes, absolutely. But feline friendship isn't about grand emotional gestures. It's a quiet dialogue of trust and mutual acceptance. It's when two beings find comfort in each other's presence. In these relationships, there is no jealousy, only a deep sense of peace. Not every pair of cats will reach this stage, and that is perfectly okay. Our job as humans is not to force them to love on command, but to create an environment where their lives together can be lived without fear. To wrap things up, I just want to say, be patient. Cats teach us that true bonds require time and delicacy. If you are currently in the middle of introducing 2 pets, don't give up. Give them time, respect their boundaries, and they will eventually find their own way to harmony. Thank you for spending these moments with me today. May your home always be filled with the sound of happy purring, and may your pets bring you nothing but peace. If you have your own story about how your cats became friends, or how they decided to just be polite roommates, please share it in the comments. Your experiences can be a huge help to others who are just starting this journey. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new about your feline friends today, and don't forget to subscribe. We have so much more to explore about the mysteries of the feline soul. Until next time, and don't forget to give your cat an extra pat for me today.